Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Plug mic in. Step number one. Wow. Yeah. So, anyways, like I was saying, it's been a long 48 hours. So, um, yeah, I forgot to do my 3v3 attacks. Finished, what was that, like 160th or something? Didn't attack at all yesterday, so I didn't even finish in the top 70, which is just annoying. Missed out on so many rewards there. I think I got 17 prints. I could be at like 18. Just need two more to finish, or would have just needed two more. Then to finish off an armor piece on Morrison to get to the 4-star. Because I'm going to make it mythic. I think I'm just going to pick up some mythic prints after the season's over. So thanks for pointing that out, Tatted. It always helps when, you plug the mic in. Yeah, doing a lot better. Oh, go get in bed. Ask Mason to help you. Ask your brother. John G, what's up? Yeah, I went from feeling like I was dead Sunday night, Sunday morning, to kind of feeling better throughout the day, just progressively getting better. And then this morning, woke up, sort of had to force myself to eat a little bit. And then, I don't know, by this afternoon, I was feeling closer to about like 80%. That's how I feel like 90% now. So a lot better. So if I go to bed tonight, get a decent night's sleep, we'll see how I feel tomorrow. So, yeah, man, that's I'm so annoyed not getting that done. Hold on a second. Oh, all right. Drink of warm tea, lemon juice, teaspoon. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I usually do like some tea. Got some what do they call it? Like sleep time, and it has, I don't know, a couple different things in it. Usually I throw a little bit of honey in there. No, I didn't fall asleep. Kid was asking for something. One of the boys. I did last night. I fell asleep before getting in my 3v3s in, man. I don't know why I just refreshed that. When you're rushing 30, what is the best way to level up buildings? I mean, so hold on, let me get this done real quick. Some of these crushing victories. Nice. Season one. Good luck. It is crazy. Season one is absolutely crazy. Uh, so I'm not sure if you're talking about like the buildings you need. I would just stick to upgrading. Um, Here, I'll switch to this account real quick. We're gonna get headquarters 28 started on this. So essentially, all I did every time I did an upgrade on here is I just went and upgraded, what I needed every time. So I wasn't leveling up other buildings until it was like necessary. Because if you level up other buildings along the way, you're just going to burn a ton of resources. And because, everything in a sense becomes cheaper the higher level you are, it's just better to do like the tech center you always have to build. But then like the wall, the barracks, the drill ground, all that stuff, the alliance center, just building those on the levels you need to, that's a better way to do it. It'll save you a ton of resources. Yeah, did you understand that though? Because right now I have the barracks done. As soon as I finish the tech center, I need to do the tech center two more times, and then I only have two other buildings that I need to upgrade then to get to 30. I got to take those up to 29, but it's only two other buildings. And some of the buildings, like if you look at the building upgrades you need per each level, that'll tell you which ones you can basically stop at. Like you're done upgrading those at a certain point. Yeah, just level up what's needed. Because once you get to that higher tier and you open up tier boxes, you're going to get more for those boxes. And so it'll make it easier to level up. Plus, along the way, you might get higher VIP level. And as you do that, you get things like construction speed up. So I'm about to hit this. I'll pick this up tonight. So when I go to from 8 to 9, I get construction speed up and research speed up. So I'll pick that up tonight, finish this, and then I can start headquarters 28. And I think with this, if I get the city buffs and everything, I think this is like 26 days, something like that. And then with the helps from the alliance, takes it down to like 23 days, 22 days. So then I only need 3 weeks of speed ups, which is not that hard to get. I don't know what I'm at right now. So wait, how many do I need for the? I got 5 days left on this. Okay, so that's gonna eat all that up, unfortunately. Yeah, I got all my construction stuff already for the week. So I'm buying them out of the diamond shop or the VIP store. But it's only gonna be a few more days. So I'm gonna be a little bit short. Probably what I'll end up doing is I'll start this tomorrow and then maybe finish it on Friday then. I'll get the points for finish on Friday. And then I'll just got 2 more levels to go. Oh, you got 3 building queues. Yeah, that's the only downside to it when you have three and you're trying not to just waste them. You can just throw in like random things in there that are cheaper. Or if something's like really far behind, you need to level up, you could probably start it. Like for instance, I started upgrade. I did a couple upgrades on the drill grounds because I gotta get this up to 28 to go to 29. So I just started doing a couple upgrades here because this isn't too expensive, but I'm gonna stop because I need to get the resources to start 28. And then as I start 28, then I'll start doing this again. So you can always have like know what your next building is you need to upgrade, and you can start working on that. I wish you could see my squad and help. I just got put on onto your channel. Hold on. You guys know you guys can always click on the Discord and share in chat if you want to. Somebody's asking for it. But if you go to the Discord, go to account reviews and create a thread, you can post pictures, so like screenshots of battle reports, and then I can see like your heroes and everything, screenshots of inventory, different things that you got, like upgrading gear, heroes, that sort of stuff. Um, so the battle report, I wonder what it looks like on here. Wait, why am I getting? BD, I thought you already had a link to my Discord. I am confused. All right, so battle reports. Um, so so here you're going to have your lineup power, which is going to be a combination of like the increase you get to HP attack defense. So this is your hero HP attack and defense. So which is what something you get from the aircraft center, and then obviously your heroes have their um so you have your attack HP defense. And you're getting that from these here. So you're getting that here. And then so you get that there, and then you get the, plus 20% for their attack HP defense. And then your army stats are your unit. That's where you get your unit stat increase or stat. And that is from, gosh, if my thing scroll up here. Where is it at? Right here. So unit quantity. So what is this affected by? It's affected by decorations, it's affected by your hero levels, and then it's affected by your centers. So that's what I'm saying. Your centers affect it in a couple different ways. It's not like one specific thing because they have it split out here because it's affecting it here, it's affecting your heroes directly. And then your wall of honor, this is just the power you're getting from the wall of honor levels. Yeah, there's no like specific place that says, "Hey, this is how much power you're getting from your aircraft center." There's a lot of vagueness in the game for sure. Um, get into season 2 on my server. We're second weakest, your second weakest server. So you're not the weakest, your second weakest, and the group is. What chance we have of not being wrecked? The thing with season 2 is it's like pure chaos because you have 4 teams that are basically everybody's trying to join, like all these stronger alliances are trying to join and be with each other, and then you have the other weaker alliances that try to get in there too, and you have the force join, which when you join forces somebody else out, and so it's kind of a pain in season 2 trying to join alliances. You feel like you don't have as much control. What some people do and did in season 3 was they didn't join anyone until like the final hour, and then they jumped in onto a side or like try to force join a side and kick somebody out. That way nobody could force join later and kick them out. So it's kind of by chance in a sense in season 2 about which faction you're going to be on. And then as far as like actual, I don't know if this is going to show me anymore. No, we're locked in. So um, it's going to be divided up by groupings. So the top 10 on each side, each faction will fight each other. Then the next, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and then so on. So it's not like if you're the bottom, it's not like you're going to be fighting any whale alliances. You're probably going to be somewhere in the middle towards the bottom, fighting other teams that are similar to you. The only problem is if it's say like a Saturday you're fighting, you're probably going to run into an issue of like bigger alliances running around and helping out their allies. So if you're fighting somebody and their faction is just, helping out, they have big guys just flying around helping out, you might be attacked by them, which is, kind of what we did. We were trying to help out our faction, so we rolled to a couple different servers and helped hit people that were launching missiles or, you know, in the mud hitting people. Uh, oh, failure as a subscriber. As much as you've been in chat, I thought you had been in there. Yeah, John, I don't know if that helped much or not. What's going on, Antonio? What is that? Oh, it's not Antonio. Jeez, why do I want to say Antonio? The I makes it look like an N. You sent over a thread? Okay. Yeah, EU is just like a weird timing in this game because you're normally offline at reset, which is when most of the action happening, especially like for versus day. Game is fun, politics is not. Yep, yep. Yeah, I've been hot on trying to recruit people with thieves. I've sent, I don't know, probably like 20 DMs today to try to grab some people. We don't have very many seats. Yeah, this is really interesting because they threw us right into transfer surge week and we're not even done with week or season 8 or season 8. We're not even outside of week 8 of season 3 yet. On in the server grouping 3 through 35, we were done with season 3. Like we had just ended it when they opened up the transfer surge. So we're starting a week earlier, which is kind of weird. I don't know if they meant to do that or what. It's I don't know. It's gonna be kind of crazy. You only have a week to prep stage, so you have like a week to try to find people to fill your seats. But we don't have any gold seats available. That's not us. Yeah, we only have 3 purple, 30 blue, and 40 white. So not a lot of seats to fill. But blues, I mean blues and purples. I'm a blue, but I mean they're still really good to have. So filling if we could fill all the blues and purples again this season, that'd be great. How are we limited open? Because we have so many golds already in the server. Then we have Deerfly, Hulk, King, Tyson. So they're like, yeah, you guys don't need any more gold seats. You got plenty already. Because I think gold is right around 175 million total hero power. So like even Chuck is just under it. I think Chuck's purple. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, if we can get a few more purples though, there's some pretty good purples out there. She has 3 times 6 million squads. I've heard somebody else talk about Timeless Queen before. I think somebody, or it might have been you. Look, I can't remember. I guess some of these. Yeah, if you can get in a grouping with them, that's pretty helpful. Did you go over the report I sent? John, I did not. I have not looked at Discord yet. Did I do all my? Okay. Let me just double check I did my, got everything done here. How is it the blue purple power defined? It's hold on real quick. Let me Let me get this done real quick. I think I got everything done over here. Got all my boxes. Okay. So the seats, yeah, I think they're the same over here too. Uh, so basically I mean, if you think about it, it's like your total hero power and then plus your drone and overlord. So the higher your hero power and your drone and overlord power is gonna play into it. So it's hard to say, what I think it was heading out of season three, or no, sorry, season two, heading out of season two, getting ready for the transfer event. I think it was like 150 million, 150, 155 million, something like that was like the gold seat standard. And now that's like the purple seat is now I think through like 165 or something like that, 170. So it has gone up because we've like all of our entire server grouping has all increased in power. So it continues to grow. Though the rating system hasn't changed. So like the way you're scored is about the same. Wait, why was I on fire? What happened? Oh, they did zombies earlier. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have anybody on my wall. I don't know if that would have mattered. Oh, I probably would have got through round like two or three, something like that. Um, Trying to think. So, like for instance, I'll go back to my other account. I was gonna look at my old video on this to see if I saw what my score was to compare it, because I feel like I was a little bit lower. So I'm at 2.7. I think I was like 2 point, I thought it was like 2.4 million last time. So basically, if everybody continued to grow at the same rate, your transfer score shouldn't necessarily change. Now, if I started spending tens of thousands of dollars over the last 2 months, I, maybe I would have jumped up to, 6.5 million, but I still probably would have been ending up in like the blue status, maybe. I don't know. That makes sense. I roughly have 2 to 3 more weeks to get T10, but I was looking to try to get it slightly faster without spending. Um, I would just grind the heck out of the zombie invasion event. So if you have zombie invasion, if you have it this week, just blow, 10,000 stamina, or probably not 10,000 stamina, about like 3,000 stamina if you have it. Just go around, Send one team out and just ping pong it off a bunch of little guys. Try to spawn as many big guys as you can. And yeah, that's going to be your best bet. You're going to get a ton. If you do that, you're going to have hundreds of millions in resources that'll help you get that started. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing better today, Mr. Duck. Doing better now than I was even this morning. So heading in the right direction, thankfully. What season do they roll Zombie Invasion out? They don't roll it out during the season. It comes out before the season start. So I don't know, like a month in or something. I don't know. You probably have to ask somebody else that's in a newer server too. See when it came out. I don't know if it's in. Let's see here. Oh, I just jumped right to season. Nope. Oh, it's not showing me. Froggy, going back to what's important to level up. What's my base power supposed to be if I'm a level 24? Um, Froggy, I couldn't even tell you. If you're on a newer server, uh, it all depends on how many days you've been playing. Um, wait. Oh, if you lose all your powers on kill event. Um, I mean it all depends on how long you've been playing. Because back when I was first playing, I was at level 24 for a while, or headquarters 24 for a while, and I can't remember what my power was, but it was pretty high because I wasn't pushing as fast. On my new account, I'm trying to push through levels, and my power, my hero power, I just pushed over 20 million. So I'm like nowhere near that. But I had all the drone stuff right away. I had the gorilla. Um, I'm trying to think what else I had. Oh yeah, I like the engineer stuff too. That adds a little bit. Her like speeding things up along with like the buildings and research stuff like that. So I had a lot of things that you're not going to have on a newer server to kind of help progress and get power faster. So if you're pushing headquarters 30 fast, I like that's the wrong I not to say it's not important to focus on heroes, but the wrong way to look at it is to say, okay, am I strong enough for the level I'm at? Versus I need to just continue to push to headquarters 30, get my tier 10 troops and get like your other troops as you level up. And then everything else will come with that. Because the higher you go, the better the rewards are for all the different activities you do, your arms race. You're going to be able to unlock your truck stuff as you do that, and then your secret mobile tasks. Those are all going to be better too, and you're also going to be able to unlock um, whenever you get to it the ghost ops after season one. You have some pretty good rewards out of there. So trying to get headquarters 30, getting your tier 10 troops, that should be more what you're focused on. Because then all your tech, like my mini account right now, because I'm such a high level that I get so many resources and I'll be at like random periods where I'm not able to upgrade anything of like I'll be able to start headquarters 28 here. So I won't be able to upgrade anything for a little bit aside from my drill grounds. And I can do like so many techs for like hero units, special forces, very cheap in comparison. And if I were to start them at level like 18 or 20, starting them at level or headquarters 27, 28 makes them so much cheaper. Yeah, power scaling. And I don't know if you saw this, Thieves, the stuff I posted earlier in chat. Uh, wait, where's it at? No, here we go. I'll share this real quick. This is going to be extremely interesting. Hold on. Let me get this. Here we go. Okay. So, what picture was it? Yeah, this here. So everybody that's been playing for, a year plus has level 8, level 9 components, and it just takes so long to go from 8 to 9 and then 9 to 10 that we're sitting on a bunch of level 8s, level 7s, and so on, and they're just sitting there not doing anything. So the fact that they're bringing this out is pretty interesting. If you have, say for instance, you're going to level 9 with a component and you have a level 8 and you have another level 8 ready to go and you're just working on another level 8, uh, technically you should be, 2/3 of the way there. So I don't know if that means you could take those, those two and you're getting up to 60. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work yet. But this is going to be very interesting because something like this, where I have a level 8 missile, but I have a bunch of components ready to take it up to level 9, I just need, you know, 7 more level 5s and so on. I can take it up to 60, and it's supposed to, like, each one of these 20s is supposed to be a milestone, which means you're getting attack, a percentage to attack and skill damage. I believe that's what they're saying, anyways. So it's basically what they're doing with the decorations. They're bringing that to components. I think this is the first time we've ever got to see what these look like leveled up. So this is what I think Justin has a level 11 missile, and then Deer has a 10. I know a ton of people have. Well, some people, I think there are a few more people that are picking up 10s now. But yeah, trying to get 11 or level 11 is just insane, the amount that you need. And just think about this as the number of level 1s that you need to get to 9, and then this is how many you need to get to 10, 11, and 12. So 177,000 level 1 components. Just think of it that way. So to go from here to here, obviously just scales down from there. Yeah, so I'm at 5 point, or yeah, 5%, 5%, and then the next level, I'll have 7.5, and then 10%, and then the hero attack, it's not quite double. It's about 70% more, I would say. But if I have this and it's going to give me, say I get up to like 12,000 hero attack and I can get up to maybe 6% skill damage and then 7% hero attack or something with the components that I have currently. I mean, that's nice. That's going to be a pretty big power gain. And then I'll be able to do that with all of my other ones. I have three level nines already, my other side. So I'll be able to work on some stats to get those closer to level 10. So that's going to get pretty good fixed stats. So people that really focus on drone components are going to be rewarded for this for sure. I don't know. Of course, I didn't say when this was going to come out. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see when this comes out. Hopefully soon. Um, John, why didn't you create a thread, bro? Threads. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Headquarter. Wait, Jay. Headquarters 14. Should I buy pyramid? You talking about the construction decoration? I did like being able to use diamonds to get the. Yeah, yeah. It was nice, but then the way they changed this to where it gives power, it gives these additional stats. Because if you think about it, after you get the third one, the fourth one is just kind of like whatever for the skill chip presets. And the third one is what you want, and then after that, it didn't matter as much. But now, when you go above and beyond that with the new skill chip boost, you're getting a big power increase every time. Yeah, John. Yeah, the right side of the drones is literally like one of the worst things in the game because just trying to pull them is annoying enough, but to get them consistently, and then like the one time I opened 13 level 5 like random ones, I got everything except for any missiles. I was so annoyed with that. uh I bought pyramid level 4 25%. Yeah, it can be beneficial, especially on newer servers where you don't have as many buffs, you don't have the engineer skills and all that. The pyramid can be helpful. So it's up to you. And it's just, it goes back to everything else where if you spin on it early in the game, will it help with progression like fast in the near term? Yes. But in the long term, it kind of falls off. Because once you get to headquarters 30, then you're just kind of upgrading some other stuff and you're not so much worried about how much time you take off of those builds until you get to past season 2 where you get the Age of Oil tech and you start building all the stuff for headquarters 35, and then it becomes helpful again. But then at that point in time, you should have like a lot of your alliance tech maxed out, you should have your engineer skills, so it shouldn't matter anyways. So I don't. The pyramid decoration, is it good? Yes. Is it worth spending a bunch of money on? No. I don't know. I don't know how much the level 4 is though, John. 3v3 guide? Yeah. The guide would consist of actually logging on and doing it, unlike what I did last night. I was, yeah, I just felt terrible yesterday, and it was like an hour before reset. I was trying to go to bed and I completely forgot about it. So I didn't do any of my 30 attacks yesterday and ended up 160th. I don't even remember the last time I finished over 100. It's been forever. It's been probably like 6 months straight that I've finished somewhere in the top 70 to top 50. So yeah, that was not good if you forget to do your attacks. Um, yeah, I mean the thing with 3v3, there's nothing special about it. I can't open it up right now. I don't have it going on. The key to 3v3 is being on and doing all your attacks in the last 30 minutes before it ends. Like that is the best way to get as high as you can. And doing so many attacks every day to try to keep and like whatever, if you're trying to finish in the top 100, trying to stay around 100 every day. If you're trying to finish in the top 50, making sure that you're staying around the top 50 every day, and kind of so on. Because if you start say at 150 and you're trying to finish in the top 25, that's going to be a lot of battles you're going to have to get through and hope you can get all the way up there. But as far as like lineups and stuff goes, it's early on you'll see people try to mix match heroes. Later on in the game though, you don't see that as much. Everybody usually just runs straight tank, air, missile. Just because the bonuses, and then it's just a matter of trying to get the matchups and just knowing that when you hit somebody and they may be a million stronger than you, but if you have that advantage, if you're air hitting tank, if you're missile hitting aircraft, you should be able to win those. So just paying attention to who you're hitting. And then sometimes too, if they do have mixed heroes and their like power's a little bit higher than yours, you should be able to beat them as well. Uh, I got all of them up to level 30. Wow. I don't know what to build. Well, just hang on to your resources. Get right. I don't know if you're heading into season 2 or not, but just hang on to all your resources. So as soon as, um, I do a little bit of tech, but just hang on to all your resources because once the Age of Oil tech comes out, it's going to take a lot of resources and a lot of speed ups to get through that. And the faster you get through that stuff, the faster you can get, your headquarters 31 going and get the oil and everything going. And that'll like if you're a day ahead of somebody at the start of that, you're going to be, the next headquarters, you're going to be, a week ahead. And then the next one, you're going to be a month ahead. So you just get further and further ahead if you're on top of that stuff. Yeah, if you're at headquarters 30, the ore, getting the ore stuff upgraded, it's a pretty good deal. Drill grounds, hospitals, yeah, that kind of stuff. Stuff that is useful. Where should I put my money in upcoming? No, I'm not looking at this till you put it into a thread, John. Told you. No, I'm just kidding. Wait. Where should I put my money? Oh, okay. Um, Wait, I'm confused. Which one is yours? Are you Funky Unicorn Cult Kid? I'm just playing. Well, I figured that was you with the level 5 components. You get that drone level up. Yeah, you got them level 5 components. Nice, nice. Sweet, you got this picked up already. Um, wait, where was your gear? I would just pick up Diva, Carly, get the hero pass, and yeah, whatever drone pass comes out, get the drone pass and stuff so you can get your drone up. Yeah, getting that drone leveled up is going to be pretty big for you. And then just, save it up for, what am I thinking of? The ammo bonanza, getting stuff out of total mobilization, drone components, and then same thing, glittery market, get the drone components. I don't know how much you're planning on dropping in that stuff though. I don't know, BD. We had a ton of people running air in season 3 still in our server grouping, or at least in our grouping in general for season 3. Yeah, I saw way more air, and part of that was there were a lot of tanks too, but um, CO2, who we went against, they were just big air players. Like they had 56 million, 50 million air marches, and it's kind of hard when you get that high and they had like all their exclusive weapons just dumped into those teams to then flip that and put it into a missile squad. So it's the good thing with it. You have a super strong first march, but then it's going to take you forever to get another team up to that level in order to switch. Because you'd rather have a 56 million air march than a 45 million missile march. What's better, Murphy or Carly? Oh, exclusive weapon. Uh, Murphy's feels like it's more defensive. Carly's tries to be a little more attack heavy. She has a decent balance of attack and defense, which is good. They do air. There's some air squads with Carly's weapons maxed out that does some really good damage. I haven't seen McGregor's max out weapon, like somebody running it to see what that's doing yet. Yeah, John, you push that headquarters though, and then you flip around and do your tech, and you'll fly through tech. If you try to do both of them, if you get up to a headquarters level and you just do a bunch of tech, and then you try to get to another headquarters level, it's just gonna take you forever. Where if you jump your headquarters up and then you just crank it all into tech after that. Uh, through it. Yeah. How's this? Preach smart size farming lead by heroes in the song group. Oh, you were talking about that. All right, BD. Where's your question? Start the thread. Ask for screenshots if you want. Were you asking anything in here, or are you just dropping pictures? Max, T25, 92, 83%, 75. So you can probably go a little bit more in special forces. And aircraft mastery. So yeah, you could probably take up special forces up to like 90%, something like that to finish off all the unit power increases. You'll want to do that. And then yeah, I mean you're cruising through aircraft mastery now. So that's pretty good. You have your third tech center? Yeah, you do. Nice. Wall tank. Oh yeah, you gotta get your wall upgraded. Well, do you need wall for 31? I think you need wall for 32, don't you? I don't think you need wall for 31. You get this up, but I would just dump everything, your tech and everything, get it all ready for your headquarters 31 push. And, 29. Not bad though. You got Diva's weapon maxed out. Oh, you went heavy on the cannons. And mace wise all tanks. Better keep all tanks or should I? Yeah, Froggy, run. Yeah, you want to run all tanks. Yeah. I think he's got like 100 million marches, something stupid like that. Or only four. Yeah, I was having gold gear. Yeah, I'd say you need a. You, yeah, you need to get some of these radars upgraded. You need to get some radars upgraded for sure. Got some pretty decent decoration power. Drone 140. 363. 67 and okay. Yeah, so getting quantum field up to 5 and getting this guy up to 5 and then your shield up to 5. Opponents you got here 999. Nice. That's pretty much what I got. Yeah, I would finish these out, get these upgraded, get the defense and HP because those are pretty good increases for your heroes for total march power. John, John, I told you. Oh, he's gonna show me. It's not gonna show you in a battle report. There's no specific place for the building. It's going to be broken down into your units and this power here. It's going to be a part of this calculation here and your units. Because it affects your march size, which the unit is, so if you go down here, you'll see quantity. So it affects your march size, which is your unit power. And then it goes into your lineup power. So your hero, HP, attack, and defense. Thanks, feet. Or, yeah, Hawk feet. I'm glad I'm alive too. Let's give me an R first. Can you briefly go over the roles? I mean, every alliance handles that stuff different, John. It really doesn't matter a ton until you get into like season 2 and season 3, where they actually have abilities. So like season 2, the Warlord has the missile they can launch. Okay, what's going on here? Oh. Oh, people being stupid. Thought there was like actual drama there for a minute. Yeah. So season 2, the Warlord gets a missile. Season 3, yeah, the Warlord missile, and then the Muse has the mummies that they launch that does a significant amount of damage too to bases and everything. So at the start, um, I'm not looking at numbers. So, I mean, your R4s, they're all pretty much going to have kind of like the same, unless you get put in one of these spots. But you'll be able to do a lot of the same stuff, sending alliance notifications. And then the R5 can send out a world world mail, that kind of thing. But as far as being an R4, you're just gonna have the R4 chat. It's more just like housekeeping stuff, who should you bring in, keeping track of people, of who's doing what and versus, and that sort of stuff. It's more just kind of housekeeping. Every alliance handles it a bit different. There you go. Oh, were you on R4 or something like that before you transferred? Is that what you mean? Thanks. Yeah, you should have seen me about 36 hours ago. It was bad. So the drone parts I should wait for hot deals, or is that weekly deals? I think the original, like the hot deals drone training pass, I thought it used to be something different, and then they updated it to include the drone chip stuff. So I don't know if you guys still have one or not. That includes all that or not? The drone components, because I'm pretty sure it used to be drone components and drone parts. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, Creeper. So I don't know what it's like on a new server because you guys don't have this one right away. So that one's good. Unless you're going to come in here and pick, and scroll down to it, unless you're going to come in here and pick this up for $50. That's really kind of it. I'm headquarters 20 and my power is 21. I mean, it's okay. I don't know if you mean hero power or total power. If that was hero power, it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. Um, yeah. Again, I don't care so much about like what I tell people. It's unless you're trying to be like the strongest at the same time you're pushing to headquarters 30 and getting tier 10s. I'd say don't worry so much about what your power is because once you get to headquarters 30, once you get your tier 10 troops, if you're picking other stuff up along the way, like other passes out of the hot deals, that other stuff should come along anyways. But then once you get to 30, you get your tier 10 troops and you can start investing in other stuff a lot more heavily, then your power will like just slowly, rise over time. Because like I'm not even trying to push my power and I went from being around 12 million total hero power to now I'm at like 20 million hero power. And part of that's just part of it's the drone, the skill chips. I have the overlord on that account. So there's a lot of things that go into it. So as long as you're making smart decisions, you're going to gain power kind of like as a side deal as you're getting to headquarters 30 and everything. But once you actually get that done and can invest in your tech and go crazy, you finish special forces, you get your mastery trees, you can go back then and dump a bunch into the hero tech, your unit tech, and just build those up. And you'll go from, say your March was you know 15 million power before you got tier 10s, and then you got your tier 10s and you vested heavily in tech for a few weeks. You'll probably get, go from 15 million to like 22 million, something like that, in just a few weeks from just catching up all that tech that you didn't do previously. So that's my plan. That's what I've been doing on the mini account. So I'll get to headquarters 30, see where I'm at in total hero power. I'll push through the special forces tree, get my tier 10s unlocked, and then kind of do a comparison of like before and after, and then like invest in all the other techs just so I could say like, yes, well, if you do it this way, you'll go from here to here. Granted, there's some caveats because I have the Overlord and some other things that skew numbers a little bit, but for the most part, it'll be pretty relatable because it's a new account. Yeah, yeah. John, normally those packs are very bad value. Anytime I've seen them pop up on my mini account, I passed on them. Not like I was really planning to spend on them anyways, but I just looked at them and they're just not good value. You can take a look at like the weekly, or not the weekly buy, but the daily must buys, and just compare with what's in here versus what you're getting. And then what's it called? I forgot what the pass was with the ore and the resources, but if you're like really dying for resources, you could always spend a little bit on that. They'll get you some decent resources, but then you're also getting some ore. So it's not that much ore. So I wouldn't buy it specifically for ore if you're trying to find ore somewhere. Thoughts on level swapping, with swapping Lucius to Scarlet? Oh, getting them up and then swapping like in the season. Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. The thing is though, when you upgrade them, you're going to have enough shards to get them, because they're going to be downgraded to level 3 or to 3 stars, and you're going to have to get them back up to 5 stars. So it's going to take a ton of shards to do that. So just make sure you remember that if you're going to do that, if you're going to hero swap somebody. But a lot of people do that, especially going into like say season 1, and you have Mason. Some people will swap them for certain heroes, maybe like your air squad or your missile squad. If you're trying to switch, automatically gets you one upgraded hero. Especially if you dump all the skill medals into them and their skills are all level 30, all that stuff transfers over too. 360. 185. Wow. Yeah, I won't challenge you on that because I do not want to find out. I think the only things I've ever really picked up out of here is I picked up a few of these passes when I was really close to unlocking the gorilla. I picked up a couple of those. Um, I picked up a few of these randomly. Sometimes I picked up this. I mean, it's been a while since I picked up the drone parts one though, and I know I've come in here and picked up these a few times. I think when I was pushing tier 10s, but it was like one. I wasn't coming here and buying these like 30 times or anything like that. So I do not know if that's true or not, but I will not find out. Uh, Carly and Diva are going to be replacing Violet and Monica. Um, I mean, Carly is just going to go up front. I would put, and Carly's going to go up front with Murphy, and then I'd just put Kim in the middle and Mason on the side, and then Diva back there with her on the sides. Yeah, I'm pretty positive the skill stuff swapped too. Pretty positive. I know the level swapped. I'm pretty sure the level swapped. I don't have it up anymore to see. If anybody's if anybody still has it, they can be able to answer that for you. I'm tempted to swap my Adams and Fiona level ones. That'd be a good idea. Because it's always going to be so much easier to get, your Mason and Scarlet shards. Maybe not so much Scarlet, but certainly Mason shards and the, purple shards in general. It'd save you a ton of time on getting your missile squad done. I spend more money. Yeah. Isn't that the truth though? That's the way they get you. They try to like, especially with the drone stuff. No, that's not a good example. That's all right. Is that one closest? Yeah, I think this one's the closest. Yeah, for like instance, if I had two of these level 7 sitting here, and I was sitting here with like a level or two of these 6s and then one of the 5s, I mean, you're just like, oh, I'm that close. I'm that close. Maybe if I, pick up some level 3s and roll them, and I can get, you start playing that game of, oh, maybe I can get lucky and pull out some of these, and I just need one more of these, and then I can get this, 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 and it just kind of snowballs. And so you start playing that game when you're just like that one away mentality. Yeah. And especially like, yeah, with the heroes too. When you have a hero that's about to be 5 stars and you're just a few shards away, and you're like, you know what? Let me go. pick up this hot deals and just finish it off today and get my points. It is so very tempting. Yeah, yeah, same, 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 same. I think the only thing I didn't pick up out of that was the drum skin. I think that was the only thing I didn't get out of that event. Should have picked up Mythic Prince. That'd have been the pickup. I can't remember. I think they limit you to like 5 though in the holiday stores, if I remember correctly. Could have been 10. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Legendary Prince in the Alliance store. Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, the only place. Where am I at? Honor store. I mean, this is the only place you don't want to buy, legendary prints, drone parts, decor components, resources. You shouldn't buy any like buying any of that stuff out of here is just so expensive. Paying 30,000 honor medals for 10 shards when you can get 3 legendary prints for that. Always pick up your legendary prints. Otherwise, yeah, the Alliance store, the VIP store, picking them up out of here, that's always a good place to pick them up. And you got your campaign shop. Uh, no, Carly's gonna go buy your Murphy up front. I guess it doesn't really matter too much, John. It just depends on what level they are. You can always run it and then see, like, watch a battle, see how they do in one position. If it's not good, then switch them and see if that does any better. You can always do that, like with campaign or something. Yeah, there was one time I was really stupid and decided to buy the chip chest, the random legendary chip chest. I've regretted that decision ever since. It's 5 legendary prints I'll never get back. Is it is it possible for free to play to do well with air, or should it's possible. It just takes so much longer to set it up because the heroes don't become available to you until much later, and then trying to get them, it's a little more luck based. It can be done. It's just a pain. Because at that point, by the time you have everything to start running an air squad and you get them all leveled up, you already have so much invested in your tank squad. So that's why you see most like free to play or like really low spenders stick to tank squads because it's just very hard to switch if you didn't buy them early. Did Eva and Tesla with exclusive weapons have better uh Don, no. No. Yeah, they're so like Lucius 5.3, 21K. Granted, he's got, this gear on here. And then you go to Tesla. I mean, even without the gear here, I'll take the gear off just for like comparison. So 4.3, 17.3. So yeah, I mean, your damage dealers are not going to have more health and defense than your actual defensive heroes, even with weapons. Unless you maxed out, like took them to level 30, and say you had them at level 150 and your Lucius was only level, 100 and 4 stars instead of 5 stars, well, then maybe it's going to be stronger. Yeah. Or, well, yeah, in that situation, it is going to be stronger. So if you're trying to run like a bunch of attackers like all together, I would say I wouldn't do that. I don't know if that's what you were asking me or not, Don. What's the reason to put him in back middle? Just try and. Wait, John, what are you talking about? Put who in the back middle? I said put Kim in the back middle. It would look like Murphy here, Carly, Mason, Kim, Diva. That's the way I would run it. So Murphy, Carly, Mason, Kim, Diva. Sure, Mugs. Is it more? Wait, what is it? Is more point to get on Friday if I upgrade the troops? Yeah. Yeah, because you're getting points for every troop you train. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. So if you look at this, so if I have just to keep it simple, say I have 10,000 level 8 troops and I upgrade them to level 9. So then I'm getting, what is that, 3 million? And then I take that same 10 million or 10,000 and then I upgrade them here. That's another 3.3 million. So, but if I jump them from here to here, I'm only getting the 3.3 million. So you're missing out on 3 million points by just going from here to here. That's like the same thing. So if you jump them from here to here, you're losing out all those points from going these 3 levels before going here. So that's why the level ladder is so good for Fridays versus on Fridays. If you're trying to win a week and it's coming down to Friday to where you can like seal it before the weekend, like this is how your team can absolutely dominate if the other team doesn't have like this setup. And it works even, further down. Say you have tier 8 is your max. You start with level 4, then you go 5, 6, 7, 8. And even if you're training, say 5,000 troops, you should still get, I don't know, what is that like? I'd have to add it all up. Probably still like 13, 14 million points would be my guess. If you level them all up from 4 all the way through to level 8. Can you play if you are a survivor Texas on research centers? Yeah, I mean, if you, sorry, I'll look at that in a second. So I have eight that I have in total, so I have to rotate them through my three tech centers anyways. But I mean, for the most part, I don't know. If I'm in a hurry, I'll try to have my first one like set up prior. So if you speed up all your researches and you have them all ready to start, it's going to automatically, when you start a research, it's going to automatically start on your first one if it's available. So making sure that all your scientists, your best scientists are on your first one, start that one, then go into your next tech tree or your next tech center, and then you have to, add them all over here. And so I don't necessarily have my four best in because the difference between this one and so like this one is like a minute, where these I'm getting only like 2 minutes off. So it's just like a 10 minutes like here or there, which on big researches isn't that much. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to make sure I have all four of my legendaries every time I start a tech and then just rotate them through. Yeah, yeah. You always want to save. You should have, all the speed ups from the Alliance Center, and then you need about, I think it's like 5 or 6 days, depending on how many troops you have, to speed them all up through. Like if you had 10,000 of them, I think it takes about 6 days worth of speed ups to level them all up. But part of that all depends on how many troops you can train and how much tech you have invested in troop training speed. But after a while, I mean, most people should be able to do that because it's going to take you time to get it set. It's not like you're going to be playing for like 2 months and have everything set up perfectly because you're going to be pushing headquarters 30. You're trying to get your tier 10 troops. You're not so much worried about like maximizing that stuff for the first couple months. So yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to look at, Mogs? Why do you have why do you have two level threes here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And you got no defensive gear leveled up. Yeah, this guy's driving me real crazy. Sergeant Pepper Pig. What's Sergeant Pepper Pig doing here, man? 3, 3, 3, 1, 1. What is this? Why? I don't understand. Would you get Stedman or Marshall to 5 stars first time they're both 4 stars? Uh, I would get Stedman to 5 stars and get his skills up. Hmm. Yeah, why do you got their auto attacks? What are you doing here? You have Williams and Murphy's auto attacks maxed out. Well, this is maxed out. His is 26. Like you should have had this stuff maxed out before this ever got to level 20. Like I would have left this at level 10. Because if you look at this, um, like did you really need that extra 200,000 damage he gave you? It probably would have been better if they were a little bit beefier, and then you maxed out. So if you left this at level 10, if you had left this at level 10, you could have maxed these skills out here. You could have gotten, Stepman's skill maxed out, his passive maxed out, and then maxed out this passive on Marshall, which is, pretty helpful. Says reduces his skill cooldown, but then also reduces all damage taken by essentially like your Kim by 12%. So it's reducing all the damage she's taken. I mean, yeah, oops. Like this is the equivalent of you giving Williams like a 2-star gun before working on his gear. Yeah, you should never be maxing out the auto attacks. I mean, you're talking like minimal value on return for the amount of skill medals that you just dumped here versus maxing his passive and his tactic skill, increase survivability for him, for everybody else. And then same thing with Marshall and getting Statman's passive up. That's the difference between attackers and defenders. Defenders, there's only two skills that really matter, and that's going to be their tactics and their passive. And then with your attacking heroes, your auto attack, your tactics ability, and then last is going to be your passive ability, which is, what you did on Statman, so that's not bad there. And then it's the same thing with Marshall. You almost have to think of him in the same terms as a defensive hero, where these two are more important than his attacking. Because again, you look at his stats, what he's doing, it's not much. You're trying to give all the attacking here, you're trying to give all the defense here. So, but yeah, you need to get some defensive gear going on these guys. You got some is that your number one team? No, you did. Yeah, it is, but you did some upgrades to your air team. That's what saved you. Yeah, your air team saved you. Um, yeah, it's the defensive stats here. If you had some level twos, even just some level twos on some of this stuff. It's tough. You're going up against air. It's always harder when you're going up against air. But I think you could have done a lot more damage to him if you had a little more survivability. He just he just nuked your front team, I'm sure. Let's watch it. It's probably a little bit longer than I thought. It doesn't help that he's got gorilla on there too. You're trying to work through the gorilla. That's always tough. Because technically this team is probably closer to 30, like 30. It's probably closer to 30 million. Like this is without the gorilla, these teams are pretty well even. I think a big factor is definitely going to be your defensive gear. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, you're killing me that you leveled these up to level 3 instead of just taking them to level 2 and then getting some defensive gear going. Yeah. Uh, for my air to beat a missile team. Well, if you're going against somebody else's main missile and your main is air, you probably need, I'm thinking like a 10%, 15% gap. Is that right? So if you're say 20 million, they need to be like 18 million, something like that, and 30 to 27, so on. Somewhere around 10 to 15%, because you need to make up for that, the difference, the damage reduction. I'd say 15% would probably be a good number. It's not a set number because it scales as you go up. Mogs, the thing is, man, once you get something to 3-star, you're like really committed to that because you've gotten, hundreds of millions worth of gold in there. So that's the only downside. You've got a lot of gold tied up in those. So it's up to you. You got, if you break those two down, if you think about it this way, as much as I don't recommend people breaking down 3-star stuff just because of the amount of gold. So for each one of these, you can make 2 level 2s here because you have the 15 to get to level 2, and then you have another 15 to get to level 3. So 15, 15, that's 2. And then you take this, and it's 15, 15, and that's 2. So your defensive heroes are getting 15% to physical damage reduction and 10% physical, 10% energy damage reduction, both of them, plus the increase to HP, defense, all that stuff. So if you're going to do it, that's what I would say to do. But again, I mean, that'd be a lot to break down 3-star stuff unless you are loaded with gold. So it's up to you. As a big commitment. It, so as far as gold gear goes, leveling up and then getting star imprints, it it does take a while to start getting star imprints and honor medals, and you need lots of ceramic for it too. So the thing is, if you start early enough and you're trying to get star upgrades early on in the game, you're probably gonna have to break down some of the gold gear for your other teams, like other heroes. Take their gold gear, break it down to get the ceramic you need to upgrade for the star imprints. So that's the only downside with it early on. But what I what I've been doing is I'll do, some star upgrades on my main squad, and then as I'm doing that, I'll start working on another squad, getting their gear up to level 40. So I did that. And so you kind of do that combination of do a star upgrade, work on getting um the prints. As you're working on getting the prints, just do some other. You don't have to get them all up to level 40. You can get them up to 20 because you need 60 million, or sorry, not 60 million. You need 60,000-ish ceramic or ore to go from level 0 to level 20. And then you need, I think it's 130 or 140,000 to go from level 20 to level 40. So you could always do a couple level 20 upgrades and then save because you're about to get close to doing another star upgrade, do the star upgrade, and then go back to doing some other leveling of the gear. So it all just depends on how fast you can get ceramic and ore and all that stuff. Yeah, Moxon, that's up to you. They give you a pretty big boost in damage. You'll probably see an increase to your overall power by having those upgraded. I'd say it's anything crazy. You'll probably have a net gain, but nothing crazy. Not a problem, not a problem. All right. There's a Discord again. I know some other people dropped in some stuff. I'll take a look at it on the review stuff. But we'll go over some more tomorrow. Do some more Q&A tomorrow. I'm gonna hop off. I'm not gonna do anything on that reset here. I'll try to go to bed again early, get some sleep, be back on tomorrow night. So I will catch you all then. Have a good one.